Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to this week's live stream where we're talking about the POD Hidden Sales Formula, where we're going to be talking with none other than Thomas Jonesman about this formula and how you can use it to increase your sales. Hi, Thomas. How are you?
I'm good, Aidan. Hello, everybody out there. Hope you're all doing well. Yes, so welcome to our weekly show where we take you through the journey of selling POD products with Moteefe, moteefe.com. So the hidden formula, the secret formula, secret sauce, whatever you want to call it. And our secret sauce isn't just ketchup. There is really something here. So what makes the difference? What do you need to do? What do you need to put together to formulate to actually generate sales in 2021 with POD? It's quite simple, but often overlooked. You need to put a design in front of the right people where that design will resonate and they will buy it. Now, there's a few steps here. The first thing that you need to do is to find buyers. Now, everybody buys something, but you want people that are passionate enough about what you're going to be selling them or what they're already doing, that when you put something in front of them, you interrupt their flow as they scroll through on social media and they see your ad or wherever they see your advert, that they're going to stop that, click on your ad, go through, make a purchase. So you need to find people that are extremely passionate about what they're doing, love what they're doing, want to show it off, want to walk around with a shirt on that talks about what they do, or a mug that says what they're doing on it, and really represent publicly their interest. So what's a high passion niche? Well, cooking isn't a high passion niche. Cooking is a chore. Hoovering is not a high passion niche. It's a chore. Ironing is a chore, right? But being a chef, if you're a chef, a sous chef, lots of different types of chef out there, then that's a high passion niche. It's your profession. It's something that people tend to be passionate about. Not all chefs are as rich as the TV chefs are. It's actually for most chefs something that they're doing because they love to cook and they love to be in the environment of a kitchen. And money, although important so they too can eat, is not their primary focus. Their primary focus is that they're doing it for the love of doing it, and they're the kind of people that when they are not in the kitchen, or maybe when they are in the kitchen as well, but when they're not in the kitchen, they will want to walk around with a design or a product with a design on that product to show off to the rest of the world that they're a chef.
Yeah.
Does that make sense, Aidan?
That makes perfect sense, and it's getting something in front of them that hits home and it just clicks and resonates with them. So, as we talk about this, and every live stream I have designs pop up in my head. And because you talk about money, money doesn't buy you happiness, but it can buy you sharp knives, because head chefs and chefs love sharp knives. That could be something that hits home and resonates with them. Would you think that in the maybe box?
That's in the maybe box. Okay. The man, the myth, the sous chef, I don't know, something, whatever it is. The point is that you identify people that want to buy, that will be buyers in the end. So yeah. There's no point in designing, even if it's a great idea and it would really resonate with the people that are doing that particular thing. Now, you might, of course, there's a big planet out there. There will be some people that want to buy a shirt that says "I love ironing." The man, the myth, the collar starcher. But on the whole, no. Okay. So you want to find a high passion niche that's big enough to support a bit of scaling as well. So there's lots of things out there that will be high passion. Ideally, have a look around. If you're looking for a new niche or you're looking for something to sell, have a look around and see what you think is already selling, because if it's already working for somebody else, there's a good chance that you can sell into that same niche. I hear a lot of talk about saturated niches. This niche is saturated. It's saturated. It's not saturated, it's big and it's popular and people are buying. That's why people are making more designs for it.
Yeah.
Unsaturated niches at this point are niches that on the whole probably aren't going to be great for you. Now, there will always be niches, little niches that you can tap into. This is print on demand with Moteefe. There is a demand for certain things that you could be flexible with and have some hyper targeting and get into some small groups. But really, you want to try and concentrate on the higher passion stuff, the higher intent. Bikers love biking. They wear T-shirts as well. Accountants might like biking, but they're going to wear a T-shirt. Maybe not. They won't. Maybe they will. Maybe they won't. Who knows? It's 2021. All sorts of wild stuff's going on. Some people aren't even wearing ties. Who knew this could happen? So, so hyper targeting works, but basically it's still got to be high passion. So you take the high passion, you find something that's high passion. Now you've got to put an offer in front of them. You've got to come up with an idea that's going to work. Words that people like to buy on their products are not cooking is wonderful or being a chef is wonderful. Have you ever considered being a chef? Thank you to all the chefs out there. That isn't what the key is to tie it into them personally. This guy loves preparing broccoli, right? This guy loves being a chef. This guy, world's greatest chef, world's #1 chef, father, hero, sous chef, legend. That's the kind of stuff that people want to walk around in. All I want for Christmas is a chopping board. This is the kind of stuff that, because it ties it into the I. It's into them. It's not general about the thing. It's my children. My favorite daughter bought me this shirt. Her name is Aidan. Well, Aidan's not a girl's name. Well, maybe it is. Who knows? It doesn't matter. You get the point. That's the kind of stuff that ties it in. Then, if you can add personalization in that name, so world's greatest chef, my favorite daughter Anna told me so. Right? That ties it in to the niche, and you add that layer of personalization. So now you've got high passion, an idea, a design idea with me, my, I'm, those words, that self-identifying words or words that identify closely with a loved one, a relative, a friend. Very, very good for this kind of thing. Always will sell better.
It's quite a powerful triple combo you're going for in that hidden form. You've got high passion niche of what they're into and what they're about, self-identity, how they perceive their self-image, I, my, and then you're also adding, if you are adding a relation, be it a brother, sister, mother, daughter, whatever, then you're adding like an emotional connection, an emotional tie as well.
Yeah, so that's obviously you're going to need good artwork. The next stage is artwork that's readable.
Right.
Not a hand-drawn thing that no one can read. People are scrolling through social media. People are moving through the internet at hyper warp speed.
Yeah.
Warp 9, engage. Make it so, as they say. So they are going through at 100 miles an hour. Imagine how many million miles of news feeds get scrolled every day. You have to stand out. You have to be readable. People that buy are a little bit older. Some of those people are a little myopic. That means that they have to wear glasses because that they're short-sighted. Not everybody that's short-sighted will admit that they need glasses or have glasses on hand. So you want to remember that accessibility. Imagine that you're designing for somebody that can't really see, that's slightly squinted. That's the kind of readability that you want on the text. Big words, big, beautiful words.
So in terms of using that print area, it's not about using half, it's about making the most of it.
That's it. A few words, big, that are readable are better than the perfectly formed 200 words that no one's ever going to be able to see, or small text. So big, beautiful words, and then high contrast. So you can see accessibility. You wouldn't put a grey box on a grey background and then expect people to be able to click on that box. You want high contrast. So if you've got a dark coloured shirt, use light coloured text. Use some highlight colours, like yellow on dark blue works very well, that just draw you in. Maybe a heart, a red. Also, that helps with just some visibility. It stands out. If you're designing something that's going onto a lighter product, dark text, black, dark blue, dark green, dark, high contrast. You want to get the contrast right up. Then when you take that product, when you take that image and you put it onto a mock-up, take the mock-up into Photoshop. Don't just leave the mock-up, and push the contrast up a little bit. Now, you still want it to be representative of the final design. This is just, you don't want to overdo it. You don't want to blow it right out. You don't want to push the saturation up so people are expecting some shining, backlit, glowing t-shirt that's going to light up the room when they walk in, although some buyers will. So do be careful about that. Avoid glitter, avoid those kind of effects. That's all no good. So high contrast, mock-up, good mock-up. You want to zoom right in on the mock-up so that you've got the text. If it's a shirt, bang, right, filling the whole screen, bang, all the way wherever we are, fill it up. You can zoom in. 20% text rule has been removed by Facebook. Still might charge you a little bit more for ads with higher text levels. Just make sure it's readable. Just make sure it's readable. So do take it into Photoshop, push your contrast up a little bit. You can take the vibrance up a tiny bit, but don't overdo it because you do want a good representation of the product. And then it's just about testing. If you've got a good design, you can test for $3, $4, $5. Aidan, where do they find out that how to test Facebook ads?
On the free Moteefe Facebook ads course, which you can find in the YouTube link in the description for watching YouTube, or on the Facebook group. You can literally go on moteefe.school and there's the course there. Or if even you struggle with that, if you're on the Facebook group, message me and I'll give you all the links and more, whatever you need.
www.moteefe.school, no .com after that. That's these new high-level domains, top-level domains. Even,
we are living in the future.
We are living in the future, and it's powered by print on demand with Moteefe. That is the future of production, and the future of all things e-commerce is the demand, meeting the demand with the production, so that, of course, with Moteefe, you don't have to have a lot of stock. It's a beautiful business model. You come up with an idea, so you've got all of these things. Do you have to print 500 t-shirts? Do you have to pay us any money? No, you don't have to do anything.
No.
We only print when the demand has come in. When the order comes in, then we make it specially for the seller, for your buyer, print it, send it directly to them through our worldwide network of production facilities dotted strategically around close to the major buyer locations, so that if your buyer orders in Coventry, Colorado, or any other city that I can't think of, Copenhagen, always pick an easier letter than that. But anyway, Cologne, straight from the production facility to their door in the minimum amount of time, cutting down on the delivery time, the carbon impact, if you will, if you're into that kind of thing. I know some of you are, of the delivery and of the production, no warehousing. And that means that as much of the profit, as much of that can be passed on from us to our users, and you can also keep your prices down for your buyers. It's a wonderful way to do business. It works fantastically well. We have thousands upon thousands upon thousands of users from all around the world making money in this way online.
Fantastic. We've got a few shout outs. I'll get back to all of your comments later today, no doubt. There's some really good comments. Marcus, earlier when I mentioned my design, he liked it. So, there are people who will like Aidan's crazy design ideas.
As we see every day with some of the things that our users upload, there is no accounting for taste.
Who knows? But this is it. Until you test it, you don't know.
You don't know. It could be the greatest thing ever. This is it. So this is why testing for $3, $4, $5 is important. And you might take that design, do 3 or 4 different versions of it, upload it, get it out, find that it does well, that it does okay. You might want to come up with the next version of that, 3 different, slightly different pieces of text. Test. You can test for $2, $3, $4, $5 a design, even in the United States, which is one of the more expensive locations to sell in, but a great market. We encourage people to definitely run everywhere, and Aidan has access. If you're selling on Moteefe, you can contact Aidan or Anna, our other customer success manager, and drive your sales through the roof. Well, how you ask? Because your design will almost certainly be in at least in one language. One language, I would have thought, not two. Maybe you've got something out there with a crossover, but one language. And that's selling. So you've got it in English. You're selling in the United States. It's selling well. It's doing well. How do you scale? You contact Aidan. You say, Aidan, I'm winning. It's beautiful. Let's go. And Aidan will give you a translation of that design in lots of different languages. Lots. How many? A lot. More than you can probably need, but definitely all worth a go. And for the top sellers out there, we have a design service tailored for you. If you're doing really well, super well, not only that, we will also help you with your artwork. And when I say help you, I mean directly give you artwork, but only for stuff that obviously we can't extend that to everyone on earth. So you will have to be doing well first with a particular design, but we are here to support. And if you're stuck for design inspiration, we have in the group, how many designs in our giveaway pack, Aidan?
Over 40. I think in total it was about 44, if I remember correctly. So that's a plenty. And not only that, that pack had the .psd files, so you could tweak, change, and do what you like with. So that 40 could be 400. It depends on your creativity.
Indeed it does. All available in our group, our Facebook group. Join the group or join moteefe.com, go there, sign up, create an account, log into the platform. At the top you'll see a little message. Click on the message, click on the link in the message, and you'll be taken through. And there's all kinds of special resources for our users, who we call sellers, because they're not just users, because they sell, so they're sellers in that link. And that's it. That's the secret formula. You, me, and Moteefe.
Yeah. And I would like to say, I have seen, obviously working so closely with all the good top sellers, I have to say some things that they are extremely successful on, I would never have dreamt that design would be the one that sold that many, but it hits those 3 buttons. It's something with self-importance, so it's I, my, relates to them. It's a high passion, right? Something that person does, or it ties into an emotional tug or an emotional pull, right? As someone said, if it makes them cry, it makes them buy. So if you mix that with something they're passionate about as well, it's just a formula for success.
Try winning. That's the formula there. You win three things and you win. This is how you do it. This is how you come up. And the other thing is, you got to be determined. You got to keep on going. You got to keep on testing. You can't test 2 designs and then say, oh, it doesn't work. This is no. You have to be determined. You can methodically move through the designs. You'll get better. You'll start to understand the target, the people that you're targeting. You'll understand the numbers that you're getting in from wherever you're running your ads better as you test and test and test and test and test. Just on a note here, when there are different types of ads within Facebook Ads Manager or within the Facebook Ads platform. One of them is an engagement ad, used to be called a PPE or post-page engagement ad. And it's a simple ad. If you're asking Facebook to go out there and get you likes, reactions now, reactions in 2021, if you will, reactions, likes, angry faces, smiley faces, all of that other stuff, care, whatever you've got in there. Reactions, comments, and shares. What's most important? Comments and shares. You want to see a ton of comments and shares. And please stop now. Please stop immediately testing one design with 7 different engagement ads. That's not the point. You take a broad target, 500,000 to 2 million, maybe 3 million people. You test at $3, $4, $5 for a day. You let it run for a day, and you're looking for comments and shares. Yes, of course, you want to see a low cost per engagement. You know, 25 cents is no good. But if you're getting comments and shares, that's the key. And the comments, if the comments are saying this is the worst thing that I've ever seen, they're probably not going to buy it. But if the comments are, I want this, I love this, tagging Uncle Bob, Auntie Matilda, whatever, then that's what you're looking for. It's a test. It's not 7, 8, 9 trying to find a target. No, you do the target testing later. You do the broad. If you're in fishing, you pick angling. It's a big niche. It's bigger than I'm probably saying that the number should be. You put an engagement ad out there. You go 25 to 54 years old, and you let it run for a day. You look at the results, comments and shares, and a lot of them in the group. You'll see some of my results from some different types of engagement ads that I've run, and you will see what a lot of comments and shares look like. And I'm not talking about 1 comment and 2 shares. It's not a lot, is it? It's not a lot. That's none. That's as good as none. So you want to see an awful lot. And when you see that, then you can move on. All explained in the free ads course, but do watch it and actually obey the rules because they are important. You don't want to just spend money. This is the point. You do what you want, but the more money that you save in testing, if those 7 ads that you were running at $5 each, you could have tested 7 designs for the same price. Yeah. And that's what you should have done. 1 design at a time, 1 test, post-page engagement when you're starting out. You can do more later on, but you don't need to. Let it run for 24 hours. That means you can test how many in a week? 7 designs in a week. 1 a day, because you start one, the next day you stop that, you look at the results. Is it going to conversion or not? No, that one's no good. Not enough comments and shares. Move on. In 30 days, you tested 30 designs for hardly anything at all. Yes, of course, there is going to be some money there. You will pick up the odd sale from adverts like this, but really what you're doing is testing.
Yeah, and I think that is for some of our sort of consistent sellers, they fall in a trap of they find a few good designs and they stop or they slow down and testing more new stuff. No, that's the biggest mistake a lot of people make, is keep finding more stuff to test. Don't get lazy. Keep testing, because that's how the super sellers are born, is because they've gone and found themselves 10, 20 winning designs and they're just consistently selling. But they keep testing. They don't stop.
That's it. You just keep on testing. And on that, I think we need the half hour mark. So I think you know what to do. You go to moteefe.com. You make an account, you create an account, you log in, you go to the dashboard, as we call it. There's a link there with lots of resources. You join the group, you message Aidan. We're here to help you. Moteefe's free to use. So the only way that we're successful is if you're successful. So if you sell, we're happy. And if we're happy, you're happy, everybody's happy. So we're here to support you doing that. Aidan and Anna are available in the group. They are our customer success managers, and they will guide you, as they have with hundreds and hundreds of other people just like you, towards the success in the print-on-demand world with Moteefe.
Oh, yes. Take care, guys. Have a great weekend. And we'll be back next week. See you there.
Indeed. And on a final note, don't go out and enjoy the sun and have a barbecue this weekend. And if you get thinking of being creative and coming up with designs and make sure that you're successful, yes, you can have dinner, quick run out onto the grill, throw a couple of hamburgers on there or whatever you should. So vegan burgers in 2021, whatever you do, but you want to get back and spend at least 3 or 4 hours this weekend, if not longer, thinking about how you're going to be successful in print on demand, because hard work now pays off in the future.
Yeah, and if you're stuck for ideas, my door is open. Message me.
Well, is it literally open, Aidan? Where do you? No, let's. He's in the group. He's ready to help. Oh, I know what he means. I'm playing with him. Okay, well, thank you very much, and we will see you next week with another installment of our YouTube phenomenon.
Yes. Oh, yes. Guys, take care. Bye-bye.